Today is Tuesday, and we're going to use a math book, so you need that, and a pencil for this lesson. Make sure you have your math book and your pencil. I'm going to give you a couple of minutes to get those ahead. And now we're going to review. Before we open our books, we're going to review. Do you remember 700 is how many tens? If you said 70, you are correct. If you had 900, how many tens are in 900? Say it out loud. If you said 90, you are correct. What about 400? How many tens are in that? Please say it out loud. If you said 40 tens, you are correct. Now, if I had the number 500, how many hundreds are in 500? So in other words, if I had 500 cubes, how many hundreds blocks can I make? I could make, yes, 5. For example, here's 500 blocks. And I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 500 blocks. Five of the hundreds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that equals 500. So I had 5 hundredths. Now, how many tens are in 500? Remember, each one of these is 10. So I have 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. See the 10? This one would have 10. So that would be 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. So I would have 50 tens. In my 500 block, I said I had 5 hundredths, 50 tens, or how many single ones do I have? I have 500. So that's 3 ways of writing the same number, 500. 5 hundredths, 50 tens, or 500. Okay, at this time, I'm going to give you time to rip out page 303 while I get ready and wipe off my board here. Okay, I'm giving you time to rip out page 303. Okay, now you should be on 303. Let's read the problem up here together. A store has 2 boxes of 100 pence. Let's look at the picture. Here's our 2 boxes of the 100 pence. Okay. Now, I have 36 boxes of 10 pence. Remember, each one of these things, these 10 rods, has 10 pence in it. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36. So there's our 36 boxes of 10 pence each. Now, we also have 4 individual ones. See the 4 right here? Okay, so we can group. Remember, to make 100, we need how many tens? We need 10 tens. Here's 10 tens, so this is 1 more 100. Okay, so that becomes how many? 1, 2, 3 hundredths. Now, there's another group of 10, so we can make another 100. And then we have another group of 10 tens, so that's another 100. So now we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 hundredths. Now, we only have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Can we put those 6 into 100? No. How many more would we need? Yes, we would need 4 more to make 100. So we can't do it. And then we have the 4 single ones that have to be left. So there are 500, 6 tens, and 4 ones. 500, 6 tens, 4 1. We call this a 3-digit number that has hundreds, tens, and ones. Okay, let's look now at the first problem. It says group tens to make hundreds. Write the number in the number name. Now, we have 100 here, but can we make 100 out of here? How many tens do we need to make 100? Say it out loud. 10. So if we have 10 tens, we can make a group. Let's count it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So we can make a group of 100. So how many do we have so far? 1, 200. Can we make another group? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Do we have enough to make another 100? No. Why? If you said because there's only 9 tens, you're correct. We needed how many? 10. So we can't do that. So now over here we have how many hundreds again? How many groups of 100? 1, 2. So we have 2 hundreds. How many leftover tens? Remember, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So we have 9 tens. And how many single ones? 1, 2, 3. So we have the number 293. We have 2 groups of 100. Okay. And we have 90 tens. 90. I don't have that many. And 3 single ones. So we can say we have the word, because it said write the number in the number name. We're going to write 290, and remember to put the hyphen 3. So we wrote the number, the standard number, 293. Okay, can we turn the page over? So now we should be on page 304. I'm just finding my little eraser here that I can erase this. Okay. Now, it says, page 304. Write the number in the number name. Group tends to make hundreds if needed. So now, I have 800, 5 tens, 6 ones. That is what number? 856. Now we have to write the number word. Number words are words. 8 hundreds. And you can look at right on the page to spell it. And 5 tens, 6 ones is the number what? 56. So we're going to write 50 hyphen 6. So we get the number 856, and we have 3 ways of writing it with the words hundreds and tens, this, and then the number word. Now, I have 128 tens, 7 ones. Let's think about this. 28 tens can be made into how many hundreds? Now, let's think of it. 28 tens. How many tens are in, how many hundreds are in 28 tens? 2 what? 100. And we would have 8 tens left over. So now, and we don't do anything with the 1. So we have now, if we had 200 tens, we can give this 200 tens as how many hundreds? Just 2. So now we have 100 plus 200 is 300. And then we had 8 tens left over. So it would be, okay. So that's 300. We had 8 tens, 80. And then we had the 7 ones. So it's 387. So once again, the 28 tens, do you remember 28 tens is how many hundreds? 280. So we can reverse and gave the 200, the 2 tens to the hundreds, so that become 300, and then we had 87. So in the number words, we would write 387. Okay, let's look at match the numbers. 619 tens, 8 ones. Remember, the most tens you should have in the tens column is, guess what? 9. So as soon as we get 19 tens, we know there's at least the 1 really belongs in the hundreds column. So now we have, add the hundreds to here, we have 700, 9 tens, and 8 ones. And so what number is 700, 9 tens, and 8 ones? And if you said 798, you're right. Because remember, the highest number that can go in the tens column should only be 9 tens. But because it has 19, we know it has 100 in there, and it should be given to the hundreds column. Now we have 700, 0 tens, 7 ones. We're not going to change our hundreds because 0 tens. So we have 707. Now, 500s, 28 tens, and 7 ones. Now, 28. Let's look at 28. We have 28 tens. Is there too many tens? That 2, we can't have more than what? 9 tens. We have 28. This 2 is really 2 what? Hundreds. So we need to give it to this column here. So 5 plus 2 is 7. So now we have 7 hundreds. We can leave the 8 in the 8th thing. We have 8 tens, and then what? 7 1. So we get the number 787. A school store has 1 box of 100 rulers. Here's the 100 box of rulers. There's 35 boxes of 10 rulers. So I have 35 of these. Okay? Do you remember? 35 can be, how many tens are in 35? How many hundreds are in 35 tens? So we know 35 tens is equal to 305 tens. So we need to give the 3 to the 100. So now we just don't have 1 box of 100. We now have 1 more, 2 more, and 3 more. So now we have how many boxes together? We have 3, 1, 2, 3, 400. So now we have 400. And we still had 5 tens and 2 ones, 2 single ones. So 400, remember, as long as it's, where you can see it, sorry. Remember, 305 tens is all right. So 5 tens is 50, and then 8. So we have 458 rulers. Oh, it was how many? Oh, 2 rulers. 2. So it's 452. Okay. Nathan and Justin each used base 10 blocks to show 503. Nathan used 500 flats. So he used 5 of these. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 3 10 rods. Okay. let's think about his. That's Justin. So let's think about it again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 3 groups of 10. Okay, 3 10 rods. Justin used 4 of these and 10 10 rods six, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, I got 10 of these. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So I have 10 of these. So he has 400 flats, 10 10 rods, and 3 1 cubes. Okay, so this is Justin and this is Nathan. Now, who is correct? Let's see. How many did Justin show? He has, let's count them, 100, 200, 300, 400, 500. He has the 500. Then he has how many? 10, 20, 30. So we write 3 10s. So let's look at this again. 5 100s, 3 10s, and did he have any single ones? No. So he wrote 530. Now let's look at Justin. He started out with 400 flats. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So we have 400 so far. But then he had 10 of these. How much is 10 10 rods? I'm going to give you a couple of moments to think. Can it be traded for anything? Yes, it could be traded for a 100 flat. So I traded that in for a 100 flat. So now, how many 100 flats does he have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now he has 500. Does he have any 10s? Now, no, because he traded them in, so he has 0 10s. How many 1s? 3. So he has 503 blocks. So who was correct? Yes, Nathan was. Nathan was correct because 10 rods equals 1 more 100 flat. So that would give him 5 what? 100. And he has the more 10 rods, so 0 plus 3. So the number he has 503. So let's see how we should write that as and write about it. We can say Nathan showed 503 and Nathan showed, not 503. Nathan showed, what did we say? 530, right? As Justin showed 503 because 10 rods equals 100. So he ended up with 500s and no tens, and 1 and 3 ones, which equals 503. Okay, let me put this up. And if you don't get the right about it perfect, that's fine, as long as you understand what happened. Okay, now, for the rest of the time, I want you to tear out or leave in your book, either one, and do pages 305 and 306. And we will correct this tomorrow. But for tonight, for today, you are going to now shut off the video and you're going to do pages 305 and 306. Okay, and try to write it about it by yourself. It's just like the one we just did. Okay, and remember when it says write the number name, it means the word, the number word. Okay, and we will see you tomorrow. So go and do page 305 and 306 right now.